Hey, does your dog start freaking out and pacing as soon as you get ready to leave the house? Are they so nervous that you find them drooling or panting, barking or howling when they are alone? Well, these are signs of separation anxiety, and this is real, and this is happening to lots of dogs across the country, across the world right now, as the world is opening up and we start leaving our dogs at home. So I want to just take a second to remind you all that here at Paw Prints University, we are a fear-free, rewards-based training service for you, for your animals all over the world. So this is really important right now that we take the time to reacclimate our dogs to being home alone. We want to do it slowly and carefully. And I just want to remind us also that we are here in this together. So I'm here with you all every step of the way, whatever your needs are in terms of dog training. Especially my specialty is dog walking. As you can see with the leashes, like I'm all about loose leash walking and having a great time on our walks together. So sometimes we're not together all the time. I know this past year we've all been together all the time and there's a lot going on. And so now that we're starting to leave our houses more, we're starting to leave our homes, what are we doing with our animals? We don't want to forget about them. They are now used to having us home all the time. And now we need to transition back into leaving them home alone for 5 minutes, an hour, 3 hours, whatever that time is. We need to make sure our dogs are comfortable. So today is the second in a series called Panic in the Doghouse. And it's because the reason why I called it that is because your dog may be panicking. I have personal experience with this myself. As if you guys saw last week in the first part of our series, holy cow, was Julie excited about participating in that video. So today I wanted to just be right here with you so that you can really pay attention to what I'm saying. I'm going to drop some notes in the comments so you can see, really understand what separation anxiety looks like, it feels like. If your dogs are suffering from any of these symptoms, I want you to know that you're not alone, that we can get through this together, that you may need extra additional help in order to make that transition happen and be smooth as possible. So we really want to make sure that you get everything you need for that, okay? So with all of that out of the way, I'm just going to tell you a quick story about my dog one more time. So my dog, Jilly, she's a sweetheart. You've seen her on the videos. When we first left her home alone after being with her for months and months and months during this pandemic, we came back and she was a complete mess. A complete mess. And beforehand, we used to leave her for 3-4 hours at a time when I would go walk other people's dogs and train other dogs. My kids would go to school. We would go out for a meal. Remember that? Go to the movies. There were times where we would be out for a few hours and we would come back and she was totally fine. She was 100% okay. Then when we were home all the time, I didn't even realize that I was going to have to make any changes because I was just happy to be home with her, right? And so when we left, wow, what a difference it made. What a difference. So when we came back, she was panicked. She was barking, she was drooling, she was panting. She was really overly anxious. So we worked on reacclimating her to being home alone very slowly. We did small trips. We did 5 minutes. We did 2 minutes. We mixed it up. Some of us would leave. Not all of us would leave. We changed it and we gave her the reminder that she's okay when we're not home. She's okay when we're not home. Because I'm all about being fear-free. I don't want our dogs to have that fear, anxiety, and stress. I know that guys, let me just be honest here. I can get stressed out. I can. So I'm not always smiling, right? Like sometimes I'm stressed. Sometimes that's overwhelmed. And I understand that. I'm here with you to tell you that I get it. I understand. And so what I'm trying to offer you guys are these tools that we can practice on a regular basis so that we practice and we become consistent in how we react and how we help our animals. So I want to just go through the signs again. I want you to really hear it. I'm going to drop the comments in. I'm going to drop them into the comments so that you can really read it, that you can understand what I'm saying. When I say if our dogs are suffering from separation anxiety, we need to address it. So what are the signs? So the first one is, let me just drop it in here in the comments so you can see, really see it. I have to do it on this other screen so we're not distracting everything, right? Here we go. So I'm going to put it on here so you can see it. All right. So there's the comments. And oops, that's not what I meant to do at all. Hold on. That's not right. Okay, let's try it again. Did I mention technology and I are not always? Funny. All right, well, instead of that, let's do it this way. I'm just going to tell you what they are, and then I will figure out how to post them, okay? All right, so the first one is panting. If your dog is panting, then they are showing signs that they're stressed out. They're not always excited. It's not always like that. So if they're panting excessively, that means that they're a little stressed. If they're drooling, well, if you leave them home, you have no idea if they're drooling. Here's how you will know. If you come home and the spot where they were resting, whether it's a crate or the couch, their dog bed, whatever it is wet, and you know that it was not because they had an accident, that is a sign that they were stressed out. All right, here we go. Now we have the signs. So I'm going to pop them up here so you can see them with me. Here we go. There. See that? Yes, I figured it out. Okay, so here's the signs that I want you guys to see. If they're panting, if they're drooling, if they are howling or barking, whining, if they're refusing to eat, if you left them with this really awesome treat and you think they love this treat and you come home and they didn't touch it, that's a sign that they were stressed, if they didn't eat. And this could happen even if you are home and they're not eating. They could be stressed out. Something is making them so upset that they're not going to eat. Another thing is that maybe they take a nap as soon as you get home. So you come home and all of a sudden they pass out for a good hour, 2 hours, whatever it is. You guys, the whole time that you were gone, they were so stressed out that they couldn't relax. They couldn't figure out what to do. So that's another sign that they were stressed out. They may pee or poop in the house, in their crate. You may think, oh my gosh, they had an accident. I left them for too long. It's possible that they did it right after you left. They were so stressed out. So some extreme examples, those are bad enough, right? But some extreme examples of getting stressed out could be if they destroy your furniture, your walls, door frames. I hear about dogs, scratching walls to try to escape. That happens. The other thing too is that they could break through their crate, their baby gates, their walls, anything at all could happen. So those notes are there for you. I just wanted you to see that those are some symptoms of separation anxiety. And as we go through this process of getting reacclimated into the world and going out, leaving our dogs home, those things can happen, right? And so we want to address it before. So why does your dog display these signs of fear, anxiety, and stress? And this is where we're going to get into Lindsay's weekly top 5. So why are they doing this? Why? Where did this come from? My dog used to be just fine, right? Well, maybe they've never been left alone, because it's possible that you got your dog or your puppy this past year and your dog hasn't been left alone yet. All they know is that the entire family, or at least parts of the family, are home all the time. There's always a person around them, and they don't know what it feels like to be left alone. So we need to teach them what it means. So they've just never been alone. That's the first thing, just straight up. If it's been a whole year, they may either have never been left alone or they haven't been left alone in a year. The second thing is about socialization. Now, socialization doesn't necessarily mean puppy play dates. It's not all that socialization is about. Socialization also means getting a wide variety of experiences at a young age. So if your puppy and now dog at a young age didn't get socialized, meaning they didn't have the opportunity to meet other dogs and other people and go to the hardware store and go to the bank and go on a car ride and be left home alone for 5 minutes and learn what it means to be in a crate, learn what it means to be with other dogs and people, they weren't socialized well enough to adjust to change. And change is hard for everybody, even our animals. So we really need to pay attention to what that means. That's the second thing. It's about socialization. How can we help our animals adjust? By socializing them. The second thing is to learn new coping skills. So I talked about that a little bit with socialization, meaning they need to learn new coping skills. You will see in your dogs that they make different body movements when they're feeling stressed. They make different gestures. Your dog is going to look away when they're stressed. They're going to pant. They're going to have their ears perked back, their tail down. There's signs that your dog is showing that they're feeling stressed. And we need to recognize what those are in order to help our dogs the best that we can. So that's the third thing, is like that we need to teach them new coping skills. If your dog doesn't have coping skills, if they don't know how to calm themselves and self-soothe, we need to help them through that. We need to work with them so that they understand what that means. The next thing we want to do is to learn that for them to learn that they are okay when they are alone. They need to learn that. And that doesn't mean just throwing in a high value treat in their crate and leaving. That's not what I'm saying. Sometimes a crate is the last place your dog with separation anxiety should be. And that's a case-by-case basis. I'm a big proponent of crates as long as they're used safely and in a positive way. So we need to teach our dogs that it's okay for them to be home alone, that it's okay, that they're safe. And you can start that now. You absolutely can start that now, even if you're not leaving the house. Have your dog be in a different room of the home than you are. Just try it. Have your dog learn to settle in a different room. And you may have to do it slowly, gradually. And that's my fifth tip for you guys. We need to do it in small increments. If you think you're going too slowly, slow down. If you think you're going too fast, you probably are. Slowly. When I say slow, I mean sometimes we can only leave our dog for 1 second and come back. Because what we want to do is get them below threshold. Below threshold, meaning we don't want them to escalate into getting scared. Okay? We want them to stay below threshold. So what you do is really small increments. 1 second, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, and reward them with treats wherever they stay. So whatever that place is, whether it be a crate, whether it be the sofa, their dog bed, your bed, whatever it is, treat them, reward them, teach them that being on that space when you're not there is okay. And do it really slowly. I want to say just before I end that if your dog is displaying even small signs of separation anxiety, please go slowly. Ask a professional for guidance. Seek out a professional for guidance, a professional trainer like myself. We can help you. We can help you develop a plan step by step. I'm asking you to be patient, consistent, and practice. Practice is key. Start today. These are things that we want to start before our kids go back to school, we go on vacation, we take them over to our sister's house for the week. Like all of these things are going to happen really soon. So start today. I don't know how to emphasize this anymore for you guys, that this is when we want to start right now. So start. Find a place for your dog to settle alone and walk away for 1 second and come back. I'm going to challenge you guys this week to do that. Take a step back and reward them when they stay in their place. That is what I'm challenging you guys to do this week. I look forward to helping you guys in the next few weeks, developing your plan for decreasing their fear, stress, and anxiety around separation anxiety and anything else that's going on in your lives. So I will see you all next week. Have a great day.